Welcome back to Your Own University, where we're going to talk about what sets you apart from everybody else in the world, because you matter. On today's episode, I'm going to share with you a bit about currency, because some people have trouble generating money and working with finances, right? And we have all these beliefs and everything about money, but everybody needs money. However, if your currency isn't money, then this could be a huge issue in you creating it in your life. And if you're not living in your currency, this could be an even bigger issue, because it can cause diseases, it can cause depression, it can cause lack all over the place. So get in your currency and everything flows. So have you ever thought about your currency? Meaning, have you ever thought about how you really receive abundance and fluidity in your own life? For me, this was a huge aha. This was a massive aha on my enjoyment in life and how easily things flowed to me and how much pleasure I got out of life. This increased my health, it increased my happiness, and it made me feel like $1 million, because before I knew this, I literally felt like a failure. I would go through depression. I would go through lots of self-worth stuff. And for me, I just have to tell you, like, my emotional intelligence set point is like failure and low self-esteem, insecurity. Like, that's where I go when I get down on myself. So maybe you can relate. Maybe you have a different currency. Some people get really controlling and angry when they're down. Other people get really sad and blissful and like just blank out and space out when they're down. So we all have different currencies. So this is going to be huge. If you want more abundance in your life, if you want more ease and flow in your life, if you are really desiring to create something spectacular in your life, step into your life purpose, you know that you were placed on this planet to do something for the planet, for the people around you. Maybe in a huge way, like you want to fill stadiums with people, maybe in a smaller way where you know that you are like the most incredible parent or leader or facilitator in some area. So it doesn't matter how grandiose your dreams are, this is going to be huge if it aligns with you. Here it is. So this really brought to me, I was studying with Gina DeVee, and I was in a coaching curriculum. I love coaching and psychology and all those things. So I have my master's in transpersonal psychology, but before I was doing all of this and getting my doctorate, I went to a lot of different certification programs. Maybe you can relate. I love school. And I was in Gina DeVee's Divine Living Academy, and she said something that was like, whoa, it explained years of me struggling in business and being an entrepreneur. And that was, some people get paid with money, some people get paid with notoriety, but it's very rare that it comes together at the beginning. Right? It's about bringing that together. And when she said that, I was like, oh my goodness, because I had been featured in magazines, I had been on TV, I had been flown out to San Diego to do TV shows. I mean, all this stuff had happened around notoriety. I'd been in magazines and newspapers in my town and also like nationwide. So it had been a notoriety in me, like we were tight. Money in me, not so much. It's definitely a shame, definitely pain point for me. Money in me, we've had our struggles. I've always been very blessed and taken care of, but we've had our struggles. That said, knowing that, my currency is notoriety was huge. So that's number one. If you're in business or you are looking for a currency in life, you're like one or the other, you might notice that notoriety comes more effortlessly to you. And if that's the case, fantastic. Now you know. So how can you marry that notoriety to the money? We're going to get to that in this series. I'm going to tell you another currency that I found. So I kept walking this. I recognized realized that notoriety is a way that I effortlessly walked into currency. And things began to shift, and I began to make more money. I began to step into my businesses in different ways. I began to create more programs and products. I began to step into my own, creating books and things that could pay me, different streams of money. So this was a beautiful, beautiful shift for me from strictly notoriety to actually creating business, creating profit. So this is beautiful. Yay! So then I went boom, and I hit that road again, right? And I was like, why aren't I making the income that I desire to make? And so I started analyzing it, and I was working with another coach, and we started really discovering that my currency is, yes, notoriety comes more effortlessly to me, right? So I utilize that notoriety. I utilize all of this blessing to get my message out, to tell you that you matter, right? To say, I want to hear your story. You matter. Let me help you to step into your power, right? So I love this. So I use that notoriety. And yes, that helps me to receive the income. Now, the other thing though, is that income oftentimes is experiences. Because maybe you're like me, maybe not, but I am not like a Gucci girl. I'm not a Ralph Lauren girl. I'm not a shopper girl. I am an experience girl. I want to go on the vacation. I want to go zip lining. I want to go scuba diving. I want to hike across the ridge like I did this last week. I want to go to the lake like I did yesterday, right? I am an experience girl. And so an experience is like resources. An experience is what's going to motivate me to call in that abundance. So if you're like me and you want to create abundance in your life, to create more experiences, yet you're giving all your attention to paying the bills, or getting a bag because your friend has a bag, or getting a new clothes because your friend has a new clothes, or the new car, but that doesn't light your fire, that doesn't turn you on, because what really underneath it all turns you on is a sailing trip, right? Or getting a facial or getting a pedicure. Like, those things turn you on more. I literally was, when I had my yoga studio, for the first year, I didn't take a paycheck. I didn't take 1 ounce of money. I put it all back in to the business, and I just got a pedicure each and every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks I got a pedicure. That was my equivalent to getting paid, and it filled me up for the first year, right? So if this is you and you're not having that massive income coming in like you really desire, look at how you are experiencing your abundance, because you could be experiencing it through notoriety in your business. If you're an entrepreneur, you're getting your story out, your message out, you might be experiencing it through notoriety. And that's really important, to utilize that notoriety to create your platform for more abundance, more money. Then once that happens, if you have the money, but it's not flowing to you the way that you want it to, you might need to look at how you like to spend your money and really get honest with yourself. Not the expenses, not the bills, not the daily, monthly expenses, things. We all think about that. There's, credit cards, there's marketing expenses, there's all this stuff to pay for. But how do you love and enjoy your resources, your money? Is it experiences, or is it things? And neither of them are wrong. My friends, I have great friends that love things. They have the coolest clothes and the best shoes and all this stuff, and I never could really get into it. I didn't know the name brands. I beat myself up about it. It totally sucked. And then all of a sudden I realized that I was okay being exactly who I am, and who I am is somebody who would rather buy a plane ticket. Who I am is somebody who would rather have an experience that would take me across the world or allow me to open up to that than buying even a new car. And I honestly need a new car right now, but even that, it's back on the priority list compared to the next experience, the next adventure that I get to go on. So if you're an adventuring, then know that you can create that abundance in your life, that money, that income from your job or your business for that reason as well, using that passion to create more abundance in your life. If you are a person that likes things and luxury and stuff like that, and you really get turned on by the new bag or the clothes or the brand new car or the fancy furniture, then by all means, like, lean into that, and money will come into your life, resources will come into your life to accept that. If money comes super, super easy for you and you are wanting more credibility, more notoriety, then it's about investing in that notoriety. Sometimes you can even buy in to that notoriety and hire a marketing company to help you get that notoriety, knowing that that flows to some people, but not everybody. And then the opposite, of course, is what I said just a second ago. So these are the 4 ways that I know that abundance comes into our life, that our life expression can feed us. And it's really important to know what is going to fuel your abundance so you get into that flow and that alignment so you can align with your destiny, your highest purpose. And if you would like to know more about rocking out your genius, I have a webinar that's absolutely free. It's my gift to you just for being on our channel and saying yes. I have a link below that is going to lead you to this free webinar about Empire Builder and how you can do this, and also give you my book for $40 off of my book that really walks you through how to create a platform for yourself and step into your story and talk more about who you are. All of this is yours for just being here and supporting our channel. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe. We want to hear from you, and thank you so much for being you.